Hey guys, do you guys have a 1994 through 2004 Ford Mustang and or any F-150 truck from older that have a headlight switch? Are you guys having issues with your headlights blinking and flashing over and over again? Let's say you drive for 5 minutes, up to 30 minutes, and all of a sudden your headlights start flashing for no reason. Your blinkers are working, your taillight's working, but just your headlight. Why is it flashing? Well, if it's flashing, it's probably time to go ahead and replace this thing. This thing, it's called a headlight switch, and it's very common to find in older Ford trucks, or in my case, Mustangs. Fox Body, I believe, had one, but the SN95 that we're working on today should be similar with most of them, but this is how to do an SN95 1994 through 2004 Mustang. Let's get started. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and get into your Mustang. The piece looks like this. You're going to go ahead and get into your Mustang. Then you're going to need this bit. It's gonna be like the star shape. Let me focus. It's one of those. It's got a hole in the middle of it. You don't really need the one with the hole, I believe. Okay, you do. This is the screw you're gonna be unscrewing. There's two of them. There's two of these things. Give me a second. Push this down. There's gonna be one here and one here. So what you're gonna go ahead and do is stick this under like this and unscrew it. That's number one. Whoops. Give me 1 second while I unscrew both of these. It's right here and right here. Alright, now that you have this piece off, what you're gonna do is you need to remove this. So what you're gonna do, pull it towards you, and then just give it. Oof, it's being a little bit difficult, man. Just give it a. Whoops. Okay, unpop it from the far side and give it a quick tug. Should pop out, and you should see there's still that metal clip inside of it. You want that to stay in there? Go ahead and put this to the side. Now that you have this popped out right here, should look like this. I'm gonna go ahead and push this in so it doesn't get caught. Then you're gonna grab this exactly. Whoops. Lock this in place. Gonna grab it like this, and then just simply. It's hard to do with one hand. Give me 1 sec. Okay, try it like this. Grab it from right here. Go ahead and pull across. Should pop out after you slide your hand across the bottom. Then you can grab it by the top and the side right here and pop it out. Don't worry, you're not going to damage it by pulling this piece out. This is what you're going to be replacing. This piece right here should be to the left of your fuel gauge. It's going to be right here. So, next part, you're going to go ahead and you're going to unscrew this. I really don't want to do this part because I've already done it. So what you're going to do is you're going to unscrew this. You're going to go ahead and unscrew this, and then it should pull out. Then you're going to unclip this. It has one pin on the top and bottom. You're going to have to push both out and then pop out. And then you'll have this. There's going to be a, I'll do it. All right, what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to grab, I did this instead of using a wrench, but what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go ahead and grab a 7mm, stick it into this, undo this bolt. Be very careful not to lose any of these bolts. Whenever I get this bolt here and that bolt at the tip of my finger done, I'll resume. Alright, both of the screws are out. Then you should just be able to just straight out pull it out. There's going to be a pin right here and a pin under as well. This one is really difficult to undo. Find your own way to do it. I usually just stick my fingers top and bottom like this and then force it out. But go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. Alright, once you pull it off, the brand new one should look like this. Alright, now once you do that, what you're going to do to get this piece off right here, this little plastic nut, do be careful, it is plastic, don't break it. Sorry if I sound cringe, but give me a second. You're going to grab a 25 size. It's going to look this big. Or you can do it with a 25 size bit. Sorry, give me 1 second. Alright, what you're going to go ahead and do is grab this 25, and you're just going to righty-tighty, lefty-loosey it. I'm going to go ahead and just use the top piece. Just go very slow. If it feels like you're forcing it too hard, then it's probably not it, Chief. Let me go ahead and set this wrench down. Lean this down a little bit. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and turn this off. It is very easy to pull off and over. It's going to be very long. It's going to... This piece right here is not supposed to be on the thing. This little metal piece, sometimes it stays on, sometimes it doesn't. What you're going to go ahead and do is just put it to the side. Keep it in safeness. You do not want to lose this. Go ahead and pull this off. Go ahead and also set this to your side. Then you can pull this little plate off. Set that to the side. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to need to get this out. So what you're going to do is you're going to push down this little button right here. It's a button. You'll push it and it pops out. Then what you want to do after you did all this is do it, but with a new piece. This whole set right here should be brand new. What you're going to do is go ahead and push in the pointy side. There's like a, you can't get it confused. There's like a needle. Go ahead and push it in. Wait for it to click. Then pull it out and push it in and see if it works. If it works, you're good. Just going to go ahead and do now is pop it up. There's 3 clicks to it. Go ahead and, whoops, put this plate on it. Plate, it's pretty easy. It's hard to mess up the plate considering what you need to do basically. This plate is, you can also go ahead and walk back over here. Sorry, ignore my dirty car. You can check it by just walking it over here. Let me drop this down. Try to get it close. Just go ahead and stick it over here. Make sure it's facing the direction of, make sure it's facing this direction towards the car. The spins go to the right side of the car. You go ahead and just spin it until you figure out how it is supposed to be oriented. In my case, I put it on wrong. It'll be like this. Whoops, move this pin out the side. Bam. It'll look like this when you're putting it on. So, knowing that, go ahead and set this down. By the way, this cart is used. Sorry that it looks like this. Can't really do much about that. We got it a while ago. Just, it's had a lot of issues. I had to replace the fuel pump and everything under the sun with this car. So, facing to the right, it's going to look like this. I'm going to go do slot this thing over it. By the way, there is no triangle shape, so you don't have to worry about putting it in right. And then you're going to just go ahead and spin this. And then this should start locking like this and shouldn't spin. That's how you'll know that you have it right. You don't really have to try because it locks itself into place. I'm going to break it. Go ahead and tighten this. I would say whenever it starts feeling like it's difficult with you, then give it a little extra. And then after that, I would say don't go unless you want to break it. Go ahead and slot this back on top, not too far. I would say about that distance. Then I would walk back over to the car. Go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and lower this. Right back to the car. Sorry, the car's really low. Go ahead and give me a sec. What you're gonna do, now that you're back in the car, with the new one, give me a sec. You're gonna go ahead and reconnect this pin connector to this while it's facing like this, with the pins going to my right arm, and reconnect it, and it'll look like this. Bam! It'll look like that. Then what you're gonna do, is just gonna push it in and force it to turn a little bit. Just keep doing this, and eventually it'll get back to where you want it. So then you're gonna put screw bolt number 1 and bolt number 2 back in place like this. Bam! Next thing you're gonna want to do is you want to grab your screen thingy. This is how you're gonna put it back in. You're gonna put it the body low down here, You're going to push in the bottom first. Like this. It's a little difficult. You got to work with it. There we go. Once you put the bottom in, the top should start reacting. It'll start, you'll know you got it right whenever things start to, you know, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Eh. It's fighting with me. Give me 1 second. Now that you have this, what you're going to go ahead and do is pull this out. If you had it all the way in, it's kind of easy. Just reach your fingers in there and forcefully pull them out. Or you can, whenever you're assembling it, you can technically just leave it forced out. By the way, this turns, so you don't have to worry too much. It turns, but whenever we put the thing back on it. Now what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to put in both of these real quick. Right, bam. They're both in. Now what you're going to go ahead and do is, if you already pulled this back, your life should be easier. But you should see this, your dashboard light up. So you're going to go ahead and do, you're going to grab your older piece or a newer one if you got it. Go ahead and line it up with the triangle. Sometimes you won't get it first try. Don't get upset. I didn't either. There we go. Just keep rotating it. Eventually get it. Give me 1 second. Actually put that metal piece back in here. Should make your life a little easier. Go ahead and wiggle it till it goes and then push. There we go. Whoops, messed it up. Give me 1 second. Alright, now that I got this in, push it in, push it out, push it in, push it out. Alright, now if you go on your little stroll, your little drive, then your headlights in your car should start working flawlessly. Anyways, thank you guys. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. If it helped you, please leave a comment. And if you've got any suggestions for any other people, for any other issues they could be having, also leave it down in the comment section below. Go ahead and subscribe if you like my channel. We'll be posting more content like this so long as I don't crash her. If I crash her, then it's gonna really suck. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.